to Creative Olive.
Hello.
With myself, Adriana, and Kelly. Fun facts. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. This came up super randomly. I was talking about Titanic with somebody the other day, the famous 1998 movie with James Cameron. And this has nothing to do with that movie. But I know a random fact that was told to me years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The 1998 Titanic is not the first rendition of the story. So there's a couple that came out. I think it's 3 that came out before Titanic.
What?
Yes.
3?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
One that was released like literally a month after the actual incident.
You're kidding.
No. So, the one that I want to talk about first, I think it's 1943. Germany made a version of the Titanic. It was a propaganda movie, obviously, to basically kind of show the inefficiencies of like the British government and like the greediness of like the British like structure, right? Because the whole, you know, why the Titanic sank and like them not having enough rowboats and all stuff like that. But the thing that's really funny about it is that even though it was a propaganda movie to basically shit on England, it was then later banned by Goebel, which is very, like, who he is Nazi. And it's, like, very interesting to be like, okay, a piece of propaganda that then got banned. Anyways,
why though?
I don't know, but I think it's just so funny that in 1943, in the midst of the war, you're like, you know what we should make? A movie about the Titanic. And I think you can actually watch it on YouTube if you want to look it up.
Wow.
Yeah. But my other fun fact is that there was a movie that came out, I think actually, there might have been a movie that came out in 53, so after this one, a couple of years later. It's a little, but I think that was like an American production or an English production. But then there were movies that came out in 1912, 2 of them, and that's like a year after
Wow.
the actual incident. And one of them is written or stars one of the survivors and her experience during the Titanic. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I know. Fun facts. Anyways, look that up. It's kind of interesting.
Oh.
I always thought that the James Cameron was the first one, but no, I was sorely mistaken.
So, my fun fact is that, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just searched it online and I found it. So, in Mad Max Fury Road, the director storyboarded every frame of the film.
Wow.
Yes. Over 3,400 panels.
Holy shit. That's a lot.
But before writing the film.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So straight up like a comic book almost.
Mm-hmm. He says that he treated it like a silent film first. That's actually a very nice thing if you are able to draw.
I mean, I'm assuming he probably hired a storyboard artist.
Oh yeah, he collaborated with artists Brendan McCarthy and Mark Sexton.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I feel like they would have, especially if you're going to draw that many panels.
It says here that they storyboarded the entire film, envisioning it as a continuous visual chase scene.
Oh,
Sequence. These detailed panels served as the blueprint for the film's production, guiding everything from set design to camera angles.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
And actually, it's a pretty creative because he worked with the visuals before the actual script.
Well, honestly, I feel like that's like I storyboarded everything for my short film, and you know, we used it as a skeleton, right? Like as a something to work off of. But I feel like it was really helpful communicating with the team with what I was seeing in my head, especially with camera department.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's a cool asset and tool to have. If you have the time to storyboard for a movie, it's fun. I feel like it helps communicate with everyone.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's a fun fact.
Yes.
Anyways, so who are our lovely guests today?
So today we have Bianca and Chris. They are
more about them.
Yes, they created Cavewoman.
Yes.
Chris is the creator of it, and Bianca is the main star, the producer of the online series. And I mean, it's an amazing online series. You can see it on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's online for free to watch.
You should check it out.
They are a couple in real life, but also, artistically. And I think you're gonna love them, and they made a very
They're
nice.
a great duo.
Yeah.
Anyways. Hi guys, welcome to the podcast, Creative Olives. That was terrible. No, you put me on the spot, Kelly. Now you have to do it. I was like ready 2 minutes ago.
Welcome to Creative Olives.
Welcome.
That's amazing. That's a great start. Thank you. So, introduce yourselves. Tell us a little bit of who you are.
Take it away.
Yeah, so my name is Bianca Dovarro, for our lovely viewers.
And my name's Christopher Dovarro. Christopher Rohrbeck.
We're married.
We're husband and
We're
wife.
husband and wife. He took my name. Really? No.
Oh.
I'm a
I was gonna say,
writer
very
director.
progressive,
She's
right?
an actor.
Yeah.
You have to just go with Bianca Dovarro. It's
Yeah.
Bianca Rohrbeck doesn't roll off the tongue
No.
at all.
Bianca Dovarro just sounds
It just feels,
better.
you know. I'd pretty much be wiping out the Cuban in you if I changed it to Bianca Rohrbeck.
Yeah, that would be a hate crime.
Yeah, it
So,
would be. It would be.
anyways. So Chris and I both work together. We are great collaborators, and our recent project, Cavewoman, is now in the festival circuit, so we're doing that. But yeah, I'm an actor and a producer. I'm really passionate about producing the things that I want to see myself in, producing the work that I want to portray and what I want to see in the industry. And Chris is just an incredible director. So
You're too kind.
Yeah.
You're too kind. Bianca's like an amazing actress, an amazing producer.
Aww.
She,
Like little
she
heart.
studied.
I know, right? I was like, it was the other way.
Because we met in college. She studied in acting.
yeah.
Didn't do film classes aside from like when those two, departments intersected. And then like one time in Los Angeles, she's like, well, I'm gonna production coordinate, and then she's off doing
Yeah.
this, that, and everything, and then she's producing commercials and series and stuff like that. So she's kind of a badass in that way. I was a little bit more, I didn't become an actor, so I was just film stuff, make
Film
things,
stuff.
Behind the camera.
be behind the camera,
I agree with
write
you.
things, make
Film
things,
bro.
Yeah.
film bro. I have just been like, my thing has always been like narrative projects, create, and just, I guess, ruthlessly create. I think Bianca and I have done like 20 projects or something together.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. I was going to
And-
ask if you have collaborated before, but not
Yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, we did one project in 2020, which was literally like a project every single month. Like you write, edit, and direct
Wow.
a project all in the course of 1 month. We did that for like 12
Yeah.
months.
Well, because we started in January
Yeah.
of 2020, and
Before
Before
it
we really
blew
did.
up.
You didn't know.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
But we stuck through it. I mean,
but we
all
stuck
got
through it.
done.
I mean, we were creating in the safest way we can. Like
Yeah.
we did animation.
Animation and documentary and
Yeah.
found footage, and then eventually as things started opening back up, we like brought other people on, and sort of kind of operated as almost like a film challenge / collective. 'Cause we, like, brought a lot of
That's
people in
awesome.
there.
Yeah.
And where all those creators live?
Oh, all over the world. I think we had like creators who were in like the Philippines, and
Oh, wow.
'cause we had one project at the end where we had so many people we wanted to collaborate and work with. We're like, why don't we just create like a giant amalgamation? I think it was like a
Yeah.
30-minute. Like,
It was like we did like what was it, Chris? It was like a museum type of thing.
It was the
where,
Museum of the Future or something after like the crisis of 2020. It was like 20 filmmakers, short films they made in a month. They basically like packaged the idea of the whole project into like that single month and just said like, anybody who wants to make something for us, if you're working on something, you can
wow.
showcase
we
it
want to
here.
like do something less than like 90 seconds.
I don't.
It was
that the limit?
yeah, it
Okay.
was less than 90 seconds. We were
Yeah.
like, hey, like I challenge you now, like going to creators, be like, I challenge you to
Make something.
make something 90 seconds for this month.
Yeah.
And that's how we ended the it was called Project 321. So yeah,
really
it's on
cool.
video.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Especially in a time that everything was too difficult to
Yeah.
comprehend.
But that was like my step into producing, because I was also producing all of these
Right.
shorts,
Right.
and then it was just sort of a happenstance thing where someone on set, on a different set, I was doing like COVID PA stuff,
Yeah.
and the producer came up to me and was like, hey, I see that you like also produce. And I'm like, yep, I do. Sure. You need me? Yeah.
I can do that.
And she like connected me with another producer, and that's how like that was like my trajectory into the production world. And then now I'm juggling both things.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So why filmmaking and why acting and producing?
My filmmaking.
I was always like a visual artist. I always liked painting and drawing.
Oh, okay.
But I think as the new millennium came and, easy access to video cameras, I was interested in things like YouTube. I was a YouTuber for a bit.
Oh,
in high
wow,
school.
okay.
Oh, that's
I
very
don't think
cool.
that's, I don't think it's something
Should
I'd
we go
get
look
into
for
right
those
now.
videos?
They're all privated. But,
Yeah, he's like upset by it.
but like,
What was your niche?
it was basically just ripping off whatever like YouTubers were doing
Yeah.
in like early
Oh,
2010s, I guess, sort of media. But when I got into high school, I got into video production classes. There was like this after school program that we did. It was like a real graded class. I left school early in Chicago. I'm from Chicago, and you like take a train down to like the center of downtown. And for 2 years, I did like film production as like a class.
Oh, wow.
Somehow I got like that class twice.
That's
like
really
I could
cool.
do it 2 times in a row, and I don't really know how that worked out, but
That's kind of nice. That
Yeah.
you
I got
have
that kind of
as an
training.
option in
Yes.
school.
Right?
Yeah.
Like in school.
Nice.
Exactly.
oh yeah.
That's
But there's
nice.
honestly there's some really great high school programs I've seen in LA, which
Yeah.
would honestly blow my experience out of the water.
Yeah.
But like I got an early start into doing like narrative filmmaking projects, so that when I got into college, it was immediately like, okay, I'm just gonna start like cranking
Yeah.
these out, and I felt like. At least our college experience, the Columbia College Chicago experience, which is like a great film school in the Midwest, it's probably the best in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Paul. But
Ooh,
Better
I
than
think it's
which
better
one?
than-
DePaul.
I think it's better than DePaul. DePaul consistently comes above Columbia in the Hollywood
I know.
film.
Yeah.
But Columbia has like so many more resources.
Yeah.
They don't utilize some of the local resources that they should, but they have so many more resources than DePaul.
Yeah.
But I was just able to create, and I just kind of met Bianca in the midst of that world, I guess.
Yeah.
When you were on sets and.
Yeah, actually, like Chris and I were on the same sound stage. Like I was acting
Before we met.
before we met. Like I was acting in something. So in the sound stages at Columbia, sometimes 2 productions are happening at once. So like one production is here, one is here, and then
Damn, how do you coordinate?
Yeah,
that?
so it's
Sound.
with-
I was
with-
Shut up!
it's with the bell. Like they'll
Wow, that is.
The little bell.
Oh my god, I love this bell system.
you know like the
That's
the
how
weird.
Hollywood. Oh, Hollywood could save money. They could save money on this.
Yeah.
We'll do 2 productions in one day, and we'll set up a bell.
Yeah. It was like a horn, like, oh, we're gonna go for a take, and then like there's like you have to like ring a, you have to like
The
ring a
red
bell.
light comes on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Hey, that's crazy. No, isn't that crazy?
production?
No, it's actually crazy. So
Yeah.
I was like acting in one, and then he was directing in the other one.
He was like blowing the horn.
Yeah, and
ringing the
being
bell.
like, we're going for a take, and like then our production would have to like shut up. Obviously,
God, that's
isn't that sad? Yeah.
I really kept them waiting too, because I think my interpretation of a dramatic scene
And
at
Chris
that point
does
was
like he does a lot of takes.
well, I did a
I
lot of
feel
takes,
you, I
but
feel
I
you.
think also my approach to dramatic scenes, which was a dramatic scene, all
Yeah.
these scenes are like lifted from other films. It's a classic film school
Yeah.
experiment. Just like take somebody else's script and like redirect the scene. And I think my only interpretation of like how to get drama out of a scene was just to like make the actors perform it very slowly. So I
So
really
like
ate up a
picking
lot of
up
time.
the glass.
Yeah.
Makes you go slow.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat tricky. I think like you do gotta slow the pace down a bit if you're. But
Oh,
it was
for
like
sure.
that was the only trick.
That's a
I
good
had.
exercise actually for acting. I mean, you
Yeah.
can speak on that, but it's a very good exercise.
Mhm.
I don't know. I've never tried it, but maybe you're onto something that we.
It's, I mean, yeah. I guess so. I never really thought of it that way. But hey, that's
I mean,
really
if it's like
intuitive, Chris.
if you're crashing out, if it's that kind of drama. then
Sometimes
no,
I'm
but-
crashing out and I go at 1,000,000 miles a second. So
Yeah.
I don't know about you,
If that's
but-
what you mean by drama, then
Yeah.
that I think you capture. But I
I
think
mean,
in a lot of cases,
maybe
it's like
little-
you're technically slowing down the pace a little.
Yeah. Maybe little Chris was onto something. I don't know.
I just think
You
it was
need
the
to
only.
know how that.
Chris was
It was,
onto
it was the
something
only
here.
trick I had.
Is
So
it-
it was like it was
Slow.
slower.
But everything is slower.
Slower.
I mean, it didn't move slower.
At the bell.
Mhm.
I can't. That bell thing
And
is.
how did you
That's
like?
so crazy.
When did you actually meet?
We met in class. We met in a speech class.
It's like a dumb.
It was like a
public speaking.
public
thing you
speaking
gotta
thing,
do.
which is weird. Like I'm an actor, like, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna kill it, like I'm gonna kill this public speaking thing. And then I'm like, oh, I don't like making PowerPoints actually.
I was gonna say. I
Like-
feel like it's that's like good for a politician or
Yes.
like.
Yes, yeah, but
It's good for pitching. I'd say.
Yeah.
It's great for pitching.
Yeah.
Though admittedly,
Yeah.
like the pitching classes I had were so much more engaging, I think, than the
Yeah.
public speaking
I
class.
know.
and a
But
lot
you
more-
got a wife out of it, so.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you did.
I'm the winner.
Hey.
Yes.
Thank God for
I
that
go-
public speaking.
B
class.
plus,
It's
I got
great.
a wife. Sorry, but she tells the story the best.
Okay, yes, so continue.
Okay. Oh, okay. The story of our
Yeah.
I'm done
of our
interrupting.
our
Yeah.
meeting of our meet cute. So we had like a semicircle type of class, right? So I was here, Chris was on the other side,
And
and
then the air blew.
and then and like I always like looked at him and I'm like, oh, he's kind of cute, and I don't really know how to approach him.
Yeah.
But there's this girl that did a speech on how to shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Literally, she had a PowerPoint
Wow.
presentation on like how to get a date and how to like
Oh, this
Yeah.
is fun.
This class really,
Yeah.
really helped you, Chris.
really
Oh,
helped.
This is the universe pointing like,
Yeah.
finger like
Hey.
go now.
I don't think I listened as well as Bianca did.
Well, I was like, oh, this is my moment.
Oh,
So like I found his name on the roster, his
Yeah.
first and last name, and I added him on Facebook during the speech. So I added him, and then I see him pick up his phone. He looks at me. He's like, and I'm like, sweet. He's interacting.
I heard this a million
and then
That's so cute.
then he goes, all right, like he accepted it.
Oh my god, can you imagine if he had denied it?
Oh my god, that would be so bad. We would not be
That's
here right
another
now.
timeline. That's another
timeline. But then I said, okay, I'm gonna take it to the next step.
Oh.
So I messaged him. This is all happening at once.
This is hilarious.
I say-
While this woman's giving us
While the woman's giving a speech.
For this thing. For how to get your man or something.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And all I said was, I'm shooting my shot. That's all I said. And then he picks up his phone again, and I see him like reacting to this.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah.
You know? And he goes, all right, I'll shoot my shot. Let's talk after class. And that's how we met.
Wow.
love
that is
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
Damn, bold. Made a move.
I'm really good at that.
I love
Imagine,
that. Yeah.
imagine even if he didn't pay attention to what was happening and he was like, what is happening?
Right. I know.
She took account that I was like too chronically online to not look at my
He's
phone.
very chronically online.
It's my phone.
Where's your phone?
Yeah. But I,
Yeah.
I was definitely gonna
That's a lovely
read a Facebook
story.
notification.
That
Got
is
it.
a lovely
I
story.
mean, like, makes sense why you're a good producer. You're
Yes.
just like,
Very
I'm
bold.
gonna ask, I'm gonna do it.
Hey, the worst thing he can say is no.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
You know what? You're getting the bell after. You can-
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go again.
Again.
One more?
One more.
One more
Hey, let's try that one more time.
Slower.
Let's talk about Cavewoman. That's
Yes.
very cool. This is why we have you here today.
I know.
Gosh.
We want to know everything
Oh my
about it,
gosh.
how it got started,
Yes,
what inspired
exactly.
it, like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're
Well-
a creator.
I guess I am. That's what it says under the title, right?
Yeah.
6 times. Yeah, Cavewoman started off as a feature script, which I have been developing for like 2 years.
Okay.
And it's this like, basically like this sci-fi Lost World mashup. So like Lost World genres are like, you know, all like these old sci-fis that you see where people, really more like adventure films, people were like, they land on an island, it's full of like dinosaurs or some like lost kind of like ancient world, King Kong, 1 million years BC,
Yeah.
you know, it's a very common trope. I've always been a huge fan of natural history, so something that's always bugged me about these films is that they're so like man versus nature. So we wanted to build like kind of like the antithesis of that, which was like a woman loves nature story, something that's a little bit more like eco-conscious, you know,
Yeah.
like has the same adventure elements, but it's not like how many like how many jaguars can I slaughter in like a single weekend, and more about like a character, a human being who's like thrown into the world and is supposed to represent this this like best of humanity kind of thing. You know, cave people are kind of like a distillation of like what are human beings. You know, is your life nasty, brutish, and short? There's a lot of cave people who are just like dumb and stupid, Geico cavemen. You know, and those are like, I think, a very like negative view of people.
Yeah.
So the script was really just kind of like this pro-humanity piece, people living in harmony with nature, all centered around this character, Cavewoman, who's kind of like this like infinitely empathetic, kind-hearted sort of Thornberry, I guess.
But also funny.
Yeah.
It's
super
so
funny.
funny.
Yeah, super funny. Yeah, I mean,
like the first thing is like, oh my god, how funny is this?
yeah, it's really wacky. The whole story is really wacky. We insert some dramatic elements into it.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot of elements. I don't think it's only the story. I think it's obviously the acting and the main actors, but also you used like full makeup.
Yeah.
And I found that super funny. I'm like, why this cave woman has like a full-on lashes?
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Well, that's part of like the whole like Lost World homage. There's so many
Yeah.
like those 1960s adventure films. It's like the cave girls
They're
are like
so
scantily
beautiful.
clad.
They're so
Like,
glamorous.
glamorous, you know.
But I love it because you didn't play with that. You were like, you might think that this is how it's gonna be, but no, we're gonna make it like a funny 3D character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, I just kind of love those older films, and I love kind of like homaging that. So you know, when we got to like, well, how do we like make this feature thing? Bianca's like, well, there's no way we can like produce. We don't have like $2 million.
Yeah, I mean,
for a high concept.
like realistically, it would be like at least $20 million. Like really, truly.
Oh,
like,
don't say that.
I don't know.
You don't
dude.
know who's listening.
Hey.
We can do it for 2.
Okay, we'll do it for 2.
We'll do it for 2.
But if you have 20,
Yeah, if you have 20, like
I mean,
we'll
myself
also
take
too,
turns.
sure, you know, I'll do it for
Um,
that.
But with 2 you can do it with the amazing, you know, uses of technology and artistry that you used in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because like the feature itself, there's so many more elements to it that like is
We just kind of touched on, like,
Yeah.
touched on in the mini series that we inevitably created, but
yeah.
Bianca was like, we just got to get on. Like,
But I just wanted something more attainable. Like I
Yeah.
wanted to have a goal
Yeah.
for Cavewoman itself, like as an entity, as its own
Yeah.
thing. So I thought, well, why don't we just do, 1 minute 30-second shorts of
Yeah.
Cavewoman in her world, and like see where that goes, and
Yeah.
see if there's an audience for it, and
Yeah.
see if people can react or interact with her. And that's
Yeah.
also the great thing about Cavewoman is that because it's living on social media, the viewer can talk to Cavewoman.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cavewoman like posts. Like, a
Cavewoman
little
posts
influencer.
like a little
Yeah.
influencer,
Yeah.
and like her fans can talk to her, which is something that like movies you don't really do with movies.
You get to really like know the character a little bit
Yeah.
more. And that's what I really liked about Bianca's pitch was it wasn't like, oh, well, let's do like a standard sort of proof of concept where you have this scene that's out of context and
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh, that's really cool if like this movie existed or something. It's like, no, here's this character starring in this short that's 90 seconds and doesn't use up too much of your time. It's a lot like Mickey Mouse or something like that,
But
Just kinda-
it feels like that you embraced the medium very well. Like we did also a web series, but it was a totally different thing. The one thing that I can find that is similar, you didn't have sing sound, like you have the narrator, and I guess that helped a lot. During production, I mean. But this is more interactive. And it feels like, yes, someone would go there and want to watch the next episode and they want to talk to the protagonist as well.
Yeah.
So how did the audience perceive it? What was the weirdest thing you heard about it? Like, feel free to share.
Oh, what would you say is how did you feel about the audience interactions?
Okay, well, I think overall, it was really well received, like, online,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were really inspired by it through, like, all the puppets that we
Yeah.
use, and, like,
That is an incredible
like,
element that you guys
Yeah.
have.
yeah, thank you. And, like,
It's also very funny.
yes.
It really works very well because with puppets you can go
It can go either way.
But this one was like from the first episode that you're like taking the what's it called?
Lemur tail.
Yes, that was so cute.
It's a huge part of it's just another aspect of like classic cinema techniques too, like stop motion, using puppets, using what you have.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people were that was well received. I don't know.
People love that. I mean,
people
that's
love
the
that,
big things
but
that people really.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a different.
No. I was just gonna say, like, I think that's great. I think we got like some weird comments, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Like,
that is why I asked that, because I know,
like it is like we are online, right? So like you're gonna get weird comments, and Chris and I did talk about this about my body specifically being Cavewoman, being glamorous. I can't help the fact that my body just by itself is going to be sexualized regardless of what I wear.
Unfortunately.
I
mean, and for every woman, unfortunately.
Every woman,
this
right?
is what we live
It's
in.
like no matter what I wear, I will always be sexualized.
Yeah.
So, I don't really, honestly, I don't care. I want to be glamorous.
Yeah.
Like the outfit and the look of Cavewoman, that came from me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to really, if we're going to do this, we need a full send.
You gotta make it fashion.
I'm gonna own it.
Yeah, like
sorta,
we need to own it. I'm going to full send on this and really dive into that character.
And those people who wanna go that way, they will go that way even if you were full dressed or
Literally.
I don't know, with a trash bag or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. And you know what? I don't care.
Yeah.
I like
You
that.
just delete them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you get any reactions or any comments that are like, oh, we're gonna see this and we're gonna see that, or maybe a new season or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, I think we've had a lot of comments where they're like, "Oh, where is this going? Oh, what's this little story beat about?"
Yeah.
Showing some people that have like genuine interest in kind of like where the narrative is going and like what mysteries, because we hide like a lot of mysteries within it. Like I think we even have like some ciphers and things. We have like these decoded languages that we've like hidden here and there, and I don't think a single person has opened that up. But
well, I mean, we have,
maybe
because
one day.
Cavewoman has a website as well.
Yeah.
And so in the website, like there's like little Easter eggs or what
It's
have
very
you.
like multi-platform. You have Cavewoman living on Instagram, Cavewoman living on TikTok, Cavewoman living on YouTube, and then Cavewoman living on the website.
Yeah.
On the website, we have like a whole interactive map.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Where you can like go to different places in the world.
And then you can
click
be
a-
like, oh, that's what that looks
That's where
like.
that episode takes place.
Yeah.
That's where this episode takes place, because it's a wholly fictionalized world.
Yeah.
And the idea is people like they can engage with it on the level that they're comfortable with. Most people are just going to end up watching these videos on their recommend pages. They're going to scroll past, see a vertical version of our video, think that was funny, and then move on. And then they may encounter another episode, watch it again. Maybe they'll engage a little more. But some people,
Yeah.
I guess this is just kind of like planning for the future, planning for future audience growth to some extent. But some people are like a little bit more into it. Some people want to interact with Cavewoman. Some people want to watch minisodes. Some people want to see all like the photos that we put alongside it just to sort of have accompanying media. Some people might want to decipher a cipher one day, and figure out what little
Decipher.
decipher a cipher one day.
Or
and
maybe
figure
like
out all
a
those
fun
hidden messages.
artwork or something. This is also very
Well,
nice.
what's so interesting about the way you guys kind of have developed because you said this was a feature script that you were in development for, is like you're building your audience before you even have a full-on movie. And it's like you're kind of building, to me it's really interesting because it feels like a new way of creating a treatment, honestly. You're making something that not only now has an audience, but you're also developing the story, you have the world building, like this is such a great way to package something to even pitch and present to someone later too. But on that note, I'm kind of curious to know, seeing as you're having all these interactions, like is making this like sort of mini-series and giving Cavewoman a presence online, is it changing some of the story beats that you maybe had in the script, in the feature version? Is it changing certain elements about her as you interact with other people? Like, is it giving you the chance to kind of see what's working and what's not working, and maybe moving the storyline in a different way, or maybe changing little elements in the script?
Yeah, I think it definitely is changing things somewhat, but I think there's always I think we've remained flexible enough where I feel like if we stray too far from what I think is best for the feature, could also maybe just have it exist in some other timeline.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about like having this series like continue on into like this final product that's something, truly tethered together, I guess.
Yeah.
Not leaving that off the table. I am trying to kind of build that thread, and I think I can. But if if narratively or plot-wise something's right for the series and it isn't right for the movie, and they kind of have to exist in separate worlds or maybe semi-separate worlds, maybe we can just live with a little bit of cognitive dissonance in our head and just allow it to happen. But I think we should be able to. Right now, I feel comfortable with where we're at, and I feel like if we had a couple more episodes, I could really establish the last like core elements, I think, of the series. And I've already kind of plotted out a little bit about where it's going, but I think with just a couple more episodes, I can really get the bigger picture in.
So we're having season 2. This is what I'm hearing.
We've thought about it, and then what we're really looking for, I think, on that front is probably like funding or production partner or something.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Or maybe just enough loose income that we're just like,
if anyone is listening,
the world you guys have created together and the style and the way the storytelling that you're doing, like, it's so unique and it's so different. Like,
Thank you.
I mean, literally, like watching it the other night when you sent it to me, I was like, this is so it's refreshing. I feel like it's very different, and I love the use of the puppets. I know you've probably gotten a lot of positive feedback, but I think a lot of people love seeing like actual effects versus like anything that's like computer generated. And for sure you're using some effects in there, like, to create like certain backdrops and all that kind of stuff, but the some of those core elements that really stylize your show is like really great.
They have a sense of nostalgia as we were kids, like we all watched Power Rangers, right?
Yeah.
I feel you really made it work that way, that we could tell that this is something artistically made, but also we're engaged in the story.
And it's different. I think you guys are doing something that's different where people can like look at it and go like, oh no, this is something new. It's not like watching it, I was like, oh yeah, someone's done something this over again. It's like, no, this felt very genuinely new and cool, and like the puppet stuff is like super cool. Like when you're blowing in the horn, it's great. Practical.
And you were like, oops.
All the elements really tie in really nicely. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think with regards to effects, it really is like you mentioned with like the matte backgrounds and stuff. There's digital effects, there's practical effects, but I think like the big thing for us was like the core elements, the stuff that people really like to see, which is those animals and Cavewoman, of course, interacting with those animals, like those have to be like physical props.
Yeah.
So we're trying to pull from the animal kingdom. We're like, let's have a reptile, let's have a mammal, let's have a mollusk.
That's great.
Throw it in there.
Yeah, but a very tactile environment.
Yeah.
It's nice and refreshing, as you said.
Yeah, and then like the periphery kind of stuff, like if we need a volcano in the background, not a volcano. Or something.
And even
you
the
can
air.
get an actual volcano. Oh my god, what?
I would love to have done like a little paper mache.
Oh, that would have been very cool too.
Talk to us a little bit about how you made the effects and how you were like, okay, we're gonna use puppets and we're gonna try to use live action effects and we're gonna incorporate it with a live action story, but we're gonna stay true to what we wanna create.
Well, we made the planet. So the planet that you see.
It is so beautiful.
Thank you.
It was really hard to do.
I'm sure.
I thought it was a 3D made. Like I didn't know it was real.
Yeah.
Real planet.
It's a real
about
planet.
the size of a volleyball.
So all of the things are real. All of the creatures. And
most of the creatures are real. Some of the background stuff. So the big practical
the dinosaur
creatures,
obviously.
Dinosaur, lemur, and the mollusk are all real. There's some other ones in there like the clams and things that are real, and then some octopus, some other animals. But some of like the background creatures, like you see, like the mother and parent.
The birds.
Those are all digital effects. They're just kind of silhouetted against the sun. Green screen assets.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you went the amazing thing with this for me, it was like you weren't outside of the story, you were inside the story. Although you could tell, wow, it was like a collage.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah.
Like, this is a moving collage.
Yeah.
It is.
This is wonderful. Like this is pleasing to the eye.
Well, it gets to what you were saying about like, you know, the fabricated effects and like the real world environments. It's like a big mix between the two.
Yeah.
You know, like I think the original like sort of aesthetic inspiration too for Cavewoman, it was even in the feature script it specifies like these are puppets.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
like these are all
Yeah.
kind of constructed like that. And I think it ultimately came down to like the image of just like maybe like having like, there are so many like animal puppets out
Yeah.
there, whether it be from like the like workshops you see at like Star
Mhm.
Wars or something like that. People love big animatronic
Yeah.
pigs or whatever from space.
Mhm.
But like the thing with like Muppets and stuff like that are a little bit more felty
Mm.
that I really wanted to get across was like maybe like one of them if they were to like open it up like you'd actually see like organs or something like that. I think that was like an
Yeah.
early image I
Yeah.
had from
Yeah.
like nature docs, you
Yeah.
know, nature violence, you know, like felt zebra goes down, what's inside, you know, right,
It's like
hard.
guts.
Yeah, and I think that sort of like combination between like nature and fabrication and you know I think that's kind of like something core to like the vision of Cavewoman, and I think that's core to also the themes at the end of the day. But we really
Yeah.
like that. We really like that juxtaposition. We really like putting Elmo out in the real world. you
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
Exactly. But in like a refreshing way.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
a very artistic way in a sense, but also,
Yeah.
you know, I can feel that someone from the age of 5 can watch this to 90 and be like, oh wow, this is very nice.
Yeah, this is
Thank you.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is rare. I mean, if you're talking about Hollywood, you hit the 4 quadrants.
Yeah.
As they say. But tell us a little bit about the Cavewoman because I wanna be her friend. I wanna, you know, just like hang out with
What
her.
are you talking about?
Tell us a little
Yeah.
bit how you like decided to, a little bit about your appearance and the makeup and all of that. What was the you know process behind it?
Well, okay, so I think to the core, like a little bit about what Chris was saying is like, Cavewoman is an empathetic soul. She loves her environment. She loves the creatures in her environment. She does have to eat, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there was that episode where she was hungry.
I appreciate it.
But like down to the truth of it, like she does represent. She's more of a I would kind of consider Cavewoman to be more of a talking head in the sense of like she represents something within the world because she doesn't have anyone to right now at least she doesn't have anyone to interact with, right?
Right.
Because she's the only person left.
And she never talks, which
And
is
never
very
talks.
difficult
Yeah.
for
Not
someone
talking head.
Yeah.
Yeah, not talking
Yeah.
For
head.
someone to follow a story with like almost no dialogue, like
Yeah.
you have the voiceover obviously, which is a nice like
Yeah.
it added something.
We needed that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I feel that, but she doesn't talk. But I feel that we know who she is.
Right, and it's like through a lot of action work. It's
Yeah.
through being physical. It's the, you know, this is a character that I wanted to really fully embody and embrace.
Yeah.
And I think part of the physicality, obviously, you know, we have the costume and we have the makeup and we have all those elements. I think all those elements just add to it. It adds to her. She's feminine, but she's also like so deeply rooted in this world too, right? So like she's all the things.
Yeah, she's not afraid to kind of like break the like image of like this is a glamorous woman who can't run, you know,
Yeah.
to save her life. Like
No,
Cavewoman can like switch between like a little bit of glitz, a little bit of glamour, and then she can be like running for her life, like pulling like the strangest
I think
face.
it shows like all aspects of what femininity is.
Yeah.
And it can be very violent.
Yeah.
Femininity.
You've created a very big spectrum of what this woman
Yeah.
or this human being can be.
Right.
Which is, I'm gonna say again, refreshing. You said it.
Yeah. No, it really truly is. And like you said, it has that, I don't know, there's something about it that felt, like you were saying earlier, nostalgic. I don't know what it is, like just the way you guys have structured it. You're clearly inspired by shows that we grew up with as kids or that our parents kind of grew up with too, you know? There's something about it that reminds me of like Thunderbird and Star Trek and the original series Star Trek and like
Exactly.
just even the way you pose sometimes when you're out in nature,
Yes,
I'm like,
yeah.
that looks like Captain Kirk when he like,
Right,
Yeah,
right.
she's got like a couple
There's a-
like styles.
There's a lot
Yeah,
Yes.
That she'll do. that
Also
are-
with the, you have a shot with the wave on her, and
Oh,
my
that's great,
favorite
yeah.
one, the one with the camera on her that is holding the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best shot you've ever. Like,
Yes.
It's amazing.
There's a lot of tableaus. I like to use my body in this as an actor
Yeah.
in this series specifically. Like I'm using my body as a tableau, but in that specific shot, like that was actually inspired
That was
by.
a GoPro thing.
Hey,
That was inspired
uh,
by that video of this is actually a 360 camera. It's inspired by that guy who went and dressed, that old man who dressed up as a bee and then he put that 360 camera
Oh
in
my
his
god!
mouth. Yeah.
So chronically online, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was such a.
But
I
it
thought you were
works
gonna say
so
that
well.
kid that
Yeah.
does the train video.
Oh,
That's
I was
awesome.
also
He
thinking
loves
about that, but not him.
With this shot, we really know who this woman is because I feel like she's clever,
Yeah.
she's witty, she's a little bit like she's curious, and also she's fun to be with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that like choice as like a filmmaker and the actor also embodying that character was so on spot
Yeah.
for the character. So we knew who she is from that moment.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do with this egg?
By the way, we're huge fans. I don't know if you.
What is she gonna do with this
I feel
egg?
like this is why you know how well you've done. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because I know how difficult it can be, and I'm really like proud of you guys that you created something that it's again brings nostalgia. It's refreshing. It shows a part of like a female character that she's not afraid to be herself, and
Yeah.
it's. Anyone can watch it. Doesn't have to be like man, woman, and all of the binary, bullshit. But it's also, funny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'd be curious to see like in a either a year from now or in a few months like how building it up on social media has helped develop or push it to like either a series or to a movie like because again I think it's such a great way of like pitching a content and pitching a world especially like you're so specific in the way that you want to stylize the puppets with, Cavewoman and with the backdrops, and it's like that sometimes can be really hard to sell in a script when you're, people might look at it and go like, you want to do what exactly? So
right.
I'd be so curious to like, reach back out to you guys and like,
Yeah.
even like 6 months from now, and be like, okay, so like,
What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Because you're
Hopefully
like I
we have
said,
an answer for you. But.
yeah, well, I mean, you're building
Yeah.
an audience, like you're building a fan group, right? So like people are going to want to see more, So really curious to see how this whole process works.
The only problem is we're out of content.
But
We're
you're
emptied out.
You'll keep
Yeah, we'll keep
I think
filming.
you need some time to rest. This happens
Yeah.
all the time. When you're creating something, then it might take you a year or two. So people don't understand how many years it took you to write this, to
Yeah.
conceptualize this, and then to talk about this and make it happen. So it's like it's a
Right.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like you woke up and everything was ready.
Yeah.
So take your time, obviously.
Yo.
We'll be here.
Be careful.
Talk to us a little bit about how you film it because it has so many. Like you shot on location, as I could tell, and then you did green screen. I'm guessing, and then you did like obviously the puppets. And did you have an aquarium or something?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
one of the ones we really like did at home.
That
It
was at home.
It was a complete. We've already shot and everything, but you know what? I think we need a little bit more to really make this episode feel a little bit more full. So this is months after shooting. We're in this like musical episode, this like tidepool theme musical
episode 5.
Episode
Yeah.
5, Sound and Shores.
I really like that.
Sounds and Shores? I forget.
Sounds and shorts.
Sounds.
It's the one with the whole
Yeah.
cell.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yeah.
I was just like, we just need more creatures. We like there's so many cool like tide pool critters.
Yeah.
So we just took like a little glass plate, not too dissimilar from that, holding the HP.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
You're gonna have to post a picture.
Yeah.
On that. But it was a
Holding the
little-
printer paper.
Yeah, a little plexiglass tray, some sand, a little coral reef that was.
That you get like at PetSmart.
You get
Yeah.
PetSmart
Okay.
to put a fish tank. Drilled some holes in the bottom, put some creatures on sticks, and then I think the final step was some bubbles that we added in post, but also we put
Really?
a projector
I
down.
thought it was aquarium.
No, we just put some bubbles from like a green screen
And
effect.
then-
But what we did that I think really
Yeah.
sold it was we put a projector pointing down on it, and we had like the reflectance that you get in like shallow water.
That's why it was
it
so
points at all
believable.
the- yeah.
I thought you actually created the aquarium and did the puppeteering.
No.
Wow.
It would
Yeah.
have been even more of a mess.
And then
There was so much sand on the ground.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was awful. We put it on a clothing rack, like a not a clothing, like
was a
like
clothing rack.
a drying rack
Yeah.
for clothes. So like we can go underneath it, and I have a
oh
video.
my God.
Do you
I should
have
send.
this?
I should
Please,
send it to you.
please do.
I'll send it to you. It was
An absolute mess.
a
Sand
mess.
everywhere.
It was crazy.
And then like the
I mean, but it
creatures
looked
when you go
amazing.
through there, it's like the sand gets stuck in between the hole that you drilled, so they don't really move.
It was a lot.
So
But
you
yeah.
also built together. You built the.
Yeah.
You didn't have any help with like production design.
Not
Not
with
with that
those,
one.
but like
Wow.
a lot of the puppets, like the three main puppets, the lemur, the dinosaur, and the mollusk are all made by two different vendors.
Okay.
Lemur and the dinosaur is made by Simple Mischief Studio, and the mollusk is made by Nat Finkner.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Wow.
We were really inspired by SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Okay.
that episode, yeah. We
For
had to
that
get some SpongeBob vibes.
So like in the
Yeah.
video that I will send you, it's like we're listening to SpongeBob.
that.
We're like,
guitar.
Getting inspired
It's
by.
so cool. I mean, it's one of the cleverest episodes. Not that the other ones are not good,
Yeah,
but this
yeah.
one, like, also you managed to give us a little bit of knowledge there. Like you said, they say that we come out of those cells, like it was the first life that ever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
was created on Earth. And I started thinking, oh wow, like we came out of
Yeah.
there. Like, what am I watching? This has layers.
and you're learning.
Yes.
You're learning.
Exactly. Like makes my mind think.
Well, we really want like people to appreciate their world. You know, obviously, Cavewoman's living in a fictional world, but we
Oh,
want
yeah.
people to, you know, appreciate the natural beauty of their own world.
Yeah.
You know, in watching Cavewoman and their place in the universe is
Yeah.
kind of where we want to get at. You know, is Cavewoman is a cosmic figure of sorts.
Yeah.
You know, she's like any of us. We're all cosmic figures. We're all trying to figure out what to do in this bitch of a galaxy, you know? And Cavewoman's got a lot to handle.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't even ask if
I
I
don't
could
know if
swear
we
on
can do
this.
that.
No, you can.
Okay.
You can
No,
believe it.
yeah, oh yeah, no, you can't. I was like, what do you mean you can't do it? I was like, oh, you meant swearing. I was like, wait a second, what?
Cavewoman can't swear.
I know,
Not that
yeah,
it's
you
very
can't do
true,
that.
You know.
So, I think I asked you, but then I changed the conversation. So you were saying you also filmed on location?
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we filmed.
Leo Carrillo Beach.
We filmed at
That one.
Leo Carrillo Beach for that episode. We filmed near the sequoias.
It was a sequoia
It was-
forest.
it
It was
was-
private land on
It
the
was.
sequoia forest.
Yeah, we got permits for everything. Okay.
Wow.
I know that's actually
I was gonna
something
say.
we don't do.
Not really sure.
Yeah, I was gonna. Wow. Yes.
Yeah,
I was
we
gonna say
did.
Most of us.
I know.
Not a single person pulled us aside.
Not a
at-
sing-
at
like,
the
it's so
park system.
crazy,
They're
like- I'm like, I got all these permits and no one's gonna ask me if I have a permit.
And you're like,
Hey, do
Look,
you guys
just
want to
look
see?
at it, please.
Just please look at it, because I didn't spend all this money.
Yeah.
Like for you not to look at it.
I know.
Threatened to shut us down, something.
Like threaten to shut me down, please. I want
How
to
big-
show
How
you.
big of a crew were you?
Oh,
Very
we were
small.
so small.
Max
Is that-
8 at any point.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm surprised you because most of the time, what is it like? You need a permit if there's more than 6 of you or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, but I think.
It's anytime you step outside a production vehicle with a tripod, I think.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah,
You're right.
and
You're
we
right.
did need
But
that.
even in these like national parks and stuff, it's a little bit more.
Strict.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they obviously they don't want you trampling anything. You wouldn't
Yeah.
want to blood.
Right, so it is a little bit more because
Yeah.
then you're paying for like the site rep to like
Yeah.
watch what you're doing.
Oh, that's true.
That's
so
the
you didn't
problem.
have that.
So we
They
didn't.
didn't do it for Leo Carrillo.
We did.
even
They
though
didn't do it
it's part
for
of-
Leo Carrillo. But it's that's like for other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. But
Private land, we didn't need it.
yeah, private land
Yeah.
didn't need it. And then
How was the
I
experience?
was on a production once where we had a site rep and he never showed up, but we had to pay for him.
that's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like what the
Yeah.
heck.
We had to pay for him and never saw him.
Great. Great. Love that for
So it was
us.
so great.
So how was filming? Desert and then sea
Yes.
and then.
It was.
It's real.
It was like so. I'm putting myself in that place again, and being an actor while also producing
Oh
this
yeah.
is so difficult.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
It's like honestly hell because you're like thinking about everything that could go wrong
Yeah.
while also having to embody this character that's so loving.
Yeah.
I don't want to be loving.
You said it so nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You made it
and-
work though.
It's like, how do you turn
Yeah.
off the producer
How do
side of
you-
you? Yeah.
And ideally, like ultimately in my life, it would be a dream of mine to keep producing the things that I want to act in, but having a cool off period
Yeah.
where I can really transition into my
You don't want to be line producing.
I don't want to be line producing.
Yeah.
But here I am.
But you made it happen. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like because we're creating more and more things for like digital media and
Yeah.
live media. Not that we haven't done it when we're creating actual films, but I feel like sometimes we're wearing more hats than we expected.
Right,
But
yeah.
then film school made us kind of getting used to that.
Well, and our industry is pushing us to do that because there's just not enough resources
Right.
now, right? It's
Right.
like, you're not really getting a full budget to shoot this. It's not like you can like allocate that job to somebody else, so you have to do
You
it,
have to.
right?
You just. It's out of like
Yeah.
necessity.
Yeah.
But it was great. I mean, honestly, I had such a wonderful time with our, even though it was very difficult, obviously, like doing these shoots because we had like different blocks of shooting.
What do you
Where
mean?
It was like a TV show, really. It was like block 1, we're shooting these 2 episodes. Block 2.
Oh, I know what
these-
you mean. Okay.
Sometimes we'll shoot half an episode here,
Yeah.
another in another block.
and so like I can I tell the story of Elle and Sarah that they were so good to me. They
Yeah.
were so good to me. Okay, so the last day of shooting, we could not get everything done in time. And I'm like, I'm not going overtime. I'm not doing this to my crew. Like, we're already here super late.
Yeah.
Like, it was like almost like an
12 a.m.
overnight. Yeah, it was like we were like at 12 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do this to them. Like, we need to figure it out. And I had a full on crash out moment. I started crying.
Oh no!
On set.
You just can't help
I
it.
just,
You're like,
I just like, it's just like, it just started, and I'm like, keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. Be professional, and then
But
like,
you were being professional if we're
Yeah.
like you were being a human being.
and, like I was like, I can't, like we need to wrap right now. Like I had to make the executive decision at a certain point. It's like you have to wrap now, or else you're gonna go overtime.
Yeah.
And like I needed to pull the trigger and make that decision, and it was so hard for me to do, and I started crying. And our DP Elle Schneider, I love her, and she was like, "Listen, I'll come back.
Aww.
I'll come back, and we're gonna finish it."
Yeah.
So her and the gaffer,
Shout out to them.
yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, to find your people too. Like,
And
that's always
When
fun.
you're making something, obviously with nice people, you know, you have a good time, and the the art is something that is nice. You want to go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly the reason why she was like, "You guys have been nothing but kind to us. Like this has been a really fun experience. Like we wanna help you." And that is the ultimate goal in collaboration.
Oh, 100%.
Is to like collaborate with people that you work well with, that you respect, that there's mutual respect, and it's her project as much as it is ours.
Yeah.
You know, and like that's something that we love with our projects is that, you know, if you work with us, it's yours too. You know, it's we're all in this
all in
together.
it together, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the same time, I mean, although they're, you know, whether they're getting paid or not, but like, you know, you have an influence on it. Like,
Mhm.
you know, creatively, you are making decisions alongside with me, so it's like you cannot just claim one person to have come up with just this one thing. It's like everyone's a part of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah, I love that a lot.
Mhm.
How do you feel that you're part of history?
Wow, that is a huge question. But wait, before you answer that question, let me just double check that everything is running okay, because we're good.
We've been at it for a minute.
And we're back. That's huge.
Okay.
I'm excited to see how you answer.
A part of history.
Yes. Because You're one of the few series on Instagram and TikTok, and I can say that because we were the first that we did both, and then I know we weren't the first that we did vertical online, but we were the first that we did both. And how do you feel that you did a series like that? You're part of history, like you're like part of the festivals. You're getting press for the thing. How do you feel this will also not develop progress also your film influence your filmmaking?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. I think we've learned a lot just from having to like be on like the online medium about like what people's like attention spans are, and like I guess kind of also just like making peace with it to some extent too, because like when Bianca was like, oh, let's like do something online, let's do like an online project where it's like on TikTok or Instagram, and I'm like, fuck no, what the hell, because it's like too. It's too.
Yeah. Chris was so not.
It's too slop content.
You were
too like
looking ahead.
People are impatient, But I think what it kind of going through it and learning about it was just like you can preserve like cinematic quality in something made for online. You can make something that's visually driven and put it online. People like that kind of like eye candy, and also like it's just teaching me a little bit more about just like what a good like hook is or something like that.
Exactly.
Like if I were to do like a season 2 of Cavewoman, like each pre-title sequence would be like max 4 seconds, feature Cavewoman and probably like a creature on screen.
Yeah.
And then that maybe different combinations of that, but that's what it would include. Each episode has like a pre-title sequence.
Yeah.
And I feel like going through it, like I understand what makes a good pre-title sequence.
Yeah.
And I'd put a lot more attention into that.
Yeah.
That is a great point. I mean, I learned a lot. I feel you guys did a very successful online presence. I think I didn't do as much, but your story also was saved for online. I think that's why it's so successful. Like you have a very strong character. The hook you said of the story, like we follow this character every time she had a problem or she was doing something or she was going somewhere, and you also you were you were talking with the audience as well. So this is also very clever, and not a lot of people. I don't think anyone else has done that before.
Yeah, the interactivity.
I guess it's just us.
I mean, it's
I don't know.
I'm telling you, this
We're part of history.
Yeah, this is a case study. I fucking love this shit.
A great case study here.
Yeah, because you are seeing something, like you saw something, you're like, okay, you know what? I cannot go to Marvel right now and film Cavewoman there or whatever, Universal. But I can create something here with my husband, collaborator, and our friends that is like visually nice, and that I like have. Like I feel satisfied of making it, but also, resonates with people. It is not just to make, as you said, a proof of concept.
Yeah.
So this is a case study because people will see that and they'll be like, oh, okay, let's see what they did. Maybe we can do something else.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, art makes art.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like too, like the big thing that Bianca was driving home with like going digitally too and going online and going like on social media and sort of taking on these new formats is that like there's so many like short film pipelines that it feels so like chained up. It's like, here, invest all this money to make a short film and then don't show it to anyone.
Yes.
Because like I don't know, it needs to be going to a festival or something.
Yes.
Like it really feels like it chains up small creators to some extent to like not encourage them to find the most widest audience possible, not to try and like gather those things in just because it's not going to fit into the traditional like film to festival pipeline, which really isn't catered for you anyway. It's catered for people that like have money, power, and privilege to be able to get up there anyway.
Yeah.
So I think Bianca's really. I mean, I know we're going to the festival circuit, so maybe I shouldn't say this, but she was like, what festivals? She was just like...
So we're going to go ahead and that's going to be offline.
It was like...
No, I mean, it's not the priority. Let's rephrase it. It wasn't the priority because obviously a lot of festivals, they want a premiere status.
Right.
And if you have it online, you cannot have it there. Also, not only premiere status, they don't want something to be online.
Yeah.
So you have to go to festivals that they are
that are already
Yes.
which we've done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, to the best of our ability.
Yeah, we have been submitting to festivals that are cool with online
Yeah.
stuff.
Sometimes they're a bit vague in their instructions.
Sometimes they're vague, so it's like, okay.
What was the response like? I know you went to Series Fest, which is
Yes.
a very good one for
Yeah.
serialized content. What was the,
Amazing.
okay.
Yeah.
It was
What
the
was it,
greatest.
Series Fest?
Yeah, Series Fest.
Oh,
was
Series
awesome.
Fest is so good.
I mean,
I love
you
Series
guys
Fest.
should definitely submit to Series Fest.
We did, but they didn't take it. But it's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. No, I did not.
I'll throw hands.
No, it's okay because it's. I'm telling you, it's also you did a very good job with the online, like sharing and interacting with the audience. I think your perspective in the beginning was like it's a proof of concept, but I will put it online. So I didn't think of what you said, the hook, and now I know what you said exactly. I was like, wow, yes, this is exactly what I learned as well.
Yeah.
And it's a good lesson
Yeah.
because some things they might work for film, some things they might not work for film. But I feel like this, new way of thinking, obviously is gonna help you be better filmmaker in general, whatever
Yeah.
you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I think also like Cavewoman really made me appreciate time a little bit more. Like a lot of times I want more time. I just want more time because each
Yeah.
episode is 90 seconds. So I always just want more time. That will come, with the bigger and bigger
Yeah.
project. Hopefully, we're really able to let some moments sit and breathe. I
Yeah.
guess, but I really do appreciate just like how much you can do with so little.
Yeah.
There's
Like
something really
what can
fun
you
about
you can say a
squeezing it
lot in
down.
90 seconds.
Yeah.
Is what I heard.
Condensing it
Yes,
and just
it
giving
could be.
people like everything so quickly.
Yeah.
And also it's super helpful for what we're doing too, because when you're doing a lot of effects, you don't want people looking at it too
Right.
long. Because it's really shabby if you really start
Yeah.
taking it apart.
Yeah.
If any of those shots went on too long, people might start noticing that like, hey, the math's a little messed up there. But now that it's 90 seconds, you squeeze that down. It gives you a lot of flexibility in like what you can
Yeah.
actually put on screen. So
Yeah.
I mean, working with these restraints actually very creative. Like I don't know if you know, but in the beginning, Pixar started working like this. They had,
Yeah.
for example, we're not gonna have a love story in our, movie. So that's why they came up with Toy Story,
Yeah.
which is with like a little bit of putting not obstacles like barriers with like creative barriers within
Yeah.
yourself. It gives you like
Yeah.
it leads you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, place to go.
I mean, the whole thing about Toy Story is that it was like, oh, well, let's create some like plastic things because our characters look plastic anyway. So
Yeah.
why don't we just go
Might
with
as well
that.
just go with it.
Yeah, they were
Right.
like, well, we can't create a convincing looking baby, so why don't we just like make him like a toy, soldier, like.
That is so
the-
great though. That like you're playing to your strengths and like utilizing what you have.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that the thing is that the best creative people out there are the ones that can problem solve and work within limitations. Because like being creative is being able to solve those issues and still be able to tell your story and all that stuff like that. And I think you guys like definitely demonstrated that. Like how do we get this out there and how do we do it on a social media platform and and the 90 seconds is I think a great limitation and a great I mean honestly like you're still learning and growing, right? And this is a great challenge for you guys as filmmakers too to share that story. So
I mean, realistically, people probably wouldn't even watch longer than 90 seconds.
Yeah.
They want that kind of mindset stuff.
unfortunately
Like, why would I throw so much VFX into anything online? Like, why would I
Yeah.
throw so much effort into something that people, like, 80% of the audience share is gone by
Yeah.
second 2 or something like that. Like, you look at the review
Yeah.
time on, like, most online
Yeah.
video, it's just like
Yeah.
98% of the audience gone in,
Yeah.
like, 30 seconds. So it's like, make it short, make it sweet, don't waste people's time. If they're already just sort of, like, chewing through content, give them something that works in that medium, but also
We call
is,
it cinema in your pocket.
yeah, like
Yes.
cinema in
Oh,
your
I
pocket.
love that.
Yeah.
Cinema in your pocket.
Mhm.
Well, and hopefully, again, like you attract an audience that then will sit down and watch the 5-minute version or the 20-minute version, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the goal. That's the only way to get someone to pay attention these days. Is like
Maybe in a different medium because
Yeah.
on your phone.
Yeah.
This is we will see in the next years what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like there is a world where we see, like, you're already seeing like a bunch of online creators being poached for different shows and
Yeah.
things like that. I could really see like short videos, kind of going through this pipeline of like slowly getting longer and longer and more investments. You know, if you're really gonna pitch something, pitch it in like 30 seconds, then 1 minute, then 90, then 5, then 10, then 15, then you know. That's kind of how I see Cavewoman working. Hopefully.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed.
I'm excited for you guys. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it was a journey.
Yeah.
Anything that you wanted to add as a last thing for regarding Cavewoman before we go to your game?
Game's her favorite part of this podcast.
Game.
Well, maybe we should mention how great it was working with Jonathan.
Yeah, it was great working with Jonathan Frakes. He's the narrator.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
Yeah.
You were able to get him?
Yes, we got very lucky.
He's
Saw our like pitch
awesome.
deck and he's like,
Let me go.
I mean, if you were a big Star Trek nerd, he's Riker.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he did that show. Did you do it because of the show that he like, or did you reach? What was that show that he did when we were
Yes,
kids?
Fact or Fiction.
Yeah,
that was so
Yeah.
funny. He's just
great
so
narrator
great.
in that. We knew he was gonna be good.
Yeah, that's another, like, we wanted also to combine the sci-fi and the Lost World element, and like that was, I mean, his voice is just velvet.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Obviously.
I didn't even recognize him. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like
He really liked what you did, and he was like, "Yes, we're gonna."
pretty
gonna
much
work on
that's
it."
how that happened.
Yeah.
So
This is huge.
Congrats.
Yes.
yeah, he was like just a lovely person.
Yeah.
too.
Honestly, yeah. He
It
was.
helps that he's just a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
We gotta
That's
get him on
awesome.
for season 2. We gotta,
Yeah.
You
we gotta get that contract rolling.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Great.
I mean, he was also into that kind of stuff too. I mean,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
even a part of sci-fi. I mean, you know, you
Yeah.
mentioned Thunderbirds. He like directed like the Thunderbirds
Yeah.
movie too.
I love Thunderbirds. That's super old. I don't think a lot of people know about Thunderbirds anymore.
I mean, it was more of a British thing too.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it was like of like the 60s. Like,
Yeah.
and the only reason I watched it is I think my dad watched it when he was a kid and liked
Wow.
it. So
Yeah.
It is a blast from the past for sure.
Yeah.
So, okay, this game.
She loves it.
Yeah, and I have a suggestion if you wanna go with it. You can answer as Cavewoman.
Oh. Answer is Cavewoman.
The
I love
answer is
that.
Cavewoman. Okay.
So you open this and the questions, if you cannot read it, let me know.
Okay.
You start off, because I want to see you answer a question as Cavewoman.
You might need to do narration for it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh,
Do the
wait.
narration.
Yeah, okay.
If you could swap lives with any character from any show, any movie or show for a week, who would it be and what would you do?
Probably Jessica Lange in King Kong.
Oh, of course.
That would be
Of course.
fun. Yeah.
So
Answering
the-
as Cavewoman.
As Cavewoman,
Yeah.
yes, I am Cavewoman. I'm answering and saying that I would like to just frolic. I'd like to frolic in the in the jungle for a bit, and
It's a
like
dangerous jungle.
I know, but
It's a
like
brutal jungle.
but I think I could churn them. I think I can make them like me.
You need to tame the savage beast.
I can tame the savage beast.
Yeah. I like that. All right.
Your turn.
Who's next? Do you read the next one?
I guess
Yeah.
so. I'll read it
Cavewoman?
for you. Which one?
And
do you
then
want?
do I pass it along to everyone or is it just us?
No, it's just you two.
Okay.
What's the worst piece of advice you've heard given to you or any aspiring creative?
Oh yeah, there was one guy who visited us in our semester in LA class, which is where he spent a semester in LA.
Yeah.
And he was working, I think, in reality television, and he said something along the lines of like, the only thing you can do right now without any money is write. You can be a screenwriter. It's the only thing you can do like right now. I don't think he said any money because obviously doing things other
Yeah.
than screenwriting actually do cost money, but he
Yeah.
said it's the only thing you can do. And I thought that was the worst advice ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can definitely like go out and direct things. Not saying that doesn't cost money. There's a classic thing where people are like,
Yeah.
oh, you can shoot on your iPhone. It's like,
Yeah.
let's be realistic here for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think people who are cinematographers, directors, anyone, production designers, like they can all do work and be passionate and
Yeah.
like do that outside of like a strict business to business,
Yeah.
type environment. I thought that was like one of the worst advice. I thought that
Yeah.
advice was terrible.
Yeah.
Specifically because I like directing even if I don't have any resources.
Yeah.
Like I like just getting my hand dirty and making something, even if I don't have like the right camera.
Yeah.
Or I'll just go for it.
Yeah.
You know.
I love what you said. It takes us back to when we were kids, because I'm assuming, I didn't know that I wanted to direct when I was a kid, but we all did something that you can tell that, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like why I did certain things.
Yes, so you find your inner child a little bit and have fun with it. So that's a great point. And you had the answer
So fast.
Which character from an animated film do you think would be most fun to hang out with in real life?
Okay, as Cavewoman. Okay, wait. I kind of want to respond as Bianca because
Do it.
I don't know. I feel like I would really love to hang out with Samurai Jack.
Ooh.
Because I just feel like
The man has never talked.
I know, and he inspires me.
Yeah.
I wish I had less words to say. Sometimes. Should I do one more then?
Yes.
Okay, for Chris.
Well, we got more in here.
Oh, do we do all of them?
Oh,
No,
we'll see how much.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Or yeah. She loves this section.
Yeah.
This is like.
This
I'm
is her
down to
thing.
keep on
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I'm down. If you could cameo in any movie, which one would it be, and what role would you play?
Ooh, that's hard to say. I would really like to cameo. I think probably I'm gonna say it's gonna be a legacy series. It's gonna be something that like really comes up in like dinner time conversations. I was in Star Wars. Someone would be like, "What?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm in the back. Yeah, I'm with that guy." Something like that. It'd probably be something funny. Oh, I get to
Doctor
cameo in
Who. You
Star-
love Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah, for
Doctor
sure.
Who would be fun.
For sure. Well, we'll move on to your question.
Okay, what's my question?
It says, if you had to assemble an Avengers team of fictional characters
Ooh.
to help you with the problem with any task, who's on the team and what roles would they play? I love these questions.
Yeah, I do too. So the Blue-Eyed Samurai will be my.
Oh my god, I really like Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Yeah, do you love it? Yeah. So she's gonna go ahead and be like my protector at all costs. Like she's gonna be that for me. 100%.
Okay.
I'm gonna need. I need aquamarine just for like morale purposes.
Yeah.
You need a mermaid.
I need a mermaid for morale
Mermaids are
purposes.
important.
I need Elle Woods to be my lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
know,
a good
like
one.
to
Yeah.
problem solve in that
Yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah.
right? I think
You know
that's pretty
Sam
important.
from Lord of the Rings?
Oh,
Someone very loyal.
Sam, I'm gonna go ahead and need Sam from Lord of the Rings
Yes.
so that you
They're
know.
all moral support.
All
We
moral
have one fighter and like four moral
How's the
support.
psychic?
Yeah,
Someone's got to be there, you know, like
Yeah.
to morally support them all. Like,
I mean, right?
Yeah. No. I agree.
I think that's a pretty good little bunch of people.
That's a good band.
Your fellowship of Cavewoman.
Yeah, right.
If it's Cavewoman, the baby from Ice Age is definitely in.
Yeah.
yeah, the baby from Ice Age. Cute.
Alright, go
Okay.
for it.
I guess.
I'm enjoying this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I actually
No,
love this
no,
too.
that is
so
bad.
telling you it's
It's just funny how excited, like, Kelly every time, like, we'll do the podcast, we'll do all the questions, and then when the game moment comes, she gets so excited.
She's in
it.
She's
I-
like,
I'm-
in it.
Yeah, because I
And
get
I
to
love it.
I get to see how you guys think, and it's
Yeah.
so inspiring to see how other people think, and then you think of your own answer and all of that.
And it's so fun.
Mm.
We should do this again.
Yeah, we should it's funny, we don't even have to roll the
The
cameras,
game.
honestly.
We'll do a dinner party.
Let's do a dinner party of just
Question
this.
time.
If you could invite 3 fictional characters to a dinner party, who would they be and why?
Oh my god. So many fictional
Yeah,
characters.
you're getting all the fictional ones.
Yes.
Dinner party. Are they all bringing something?
I think
Better.
so.
This is a potluck kind of
Yeah.
Oh
situation.
my god.
Chowder.
Okay, let me think about this.
Remy.
So
I'm just
so
an animated character.
Remy, yeah. So Remy is gonna come and he's gonna bring Ratatouille,
Of course.
Ooh.
of course.
Linguini. He's
Linguini.
gonna bring Remy.
Linguini's gonna bring Remy, obviously.
Someone said that the rat is called Remy, not Ratatouille. Is this generation's actually the monster is called Frankenstein's monster?
Oh, that's true.
They said that's our generation's version of that.
That is true, because
'Cause
everyone
everyone
knows
calls
the
it ratatouille.
ratatouille. Which is actually the food, yeah.
It's the food.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. glad we got that covered. Who else am I bringing? Huh? Oh, I would love. Oh my God, I would love to have like Aang.
Oh, from Avatar?
Yeah, from Avatar.
We're going hard on it.
I kind of, well, now, because the thing is with animation, it's like the characters are so vibrant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, like, I mean, I obviously, like, live action is my bread and butter, but, like, I just love the funness of.
Remy, Aang, Tony Soprano.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Tony Soprano.
Yes!
That would be
Yes.
hilarious.
With Cavewoman.
You have a ghoul.
Yes. That's funny. I like that, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for you, let's see. If you could ask a fictional character on a date, who would it be and why?
Cavewoman.
Oh! Okay.
Good save. Good save.
Yes.
I was ready to.
Throw down.
I'm like, ooh, I would like to know.
If you had to create a superhero with the most useless power, what would that power be, and what's their origin story?
With a useless
Useless
power.
superpower.
We haven't got that one in a long time.
Oh, a useless superpower. Probably, okay, you know, this is kind of useless, but like maybe being able to like magically fill my water bottle at any point.
I love that. Hydrated forever.
Like literally, like I think about it and it's like here, like that would be like it's useless because I don't need it, but like it would be nice. And what was the follow up?
What would be their origin story?
The origin story. The origin story is that this superhero was stuck in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights.
Jesus Christ.
And that's how he
He turned water into wine.
Yeah. Something too.
Something like that. Yeah, that's the origin story.
What?
Well,
Thank you for
That's-
having
Guys,
us.
Thanks for being
coming.
here.
Yeah.
With us.
This is fun.
Yeah.
So
It's really
before
fun.
we end, we would like to end with like where people can find you
Yep.
and you know, or Cavewoman and any other details you want to share.
Yeah, I think we just promote Cavewoman, honestly. We
Yeah.
got our own socials, but you can all find that through Cavewoman. I think it's. You want to
Yeah,
take
it's
it away?
cavewoman.shorts. And cavewoman at
Cavewoman.
cavewoman is one word. .shorts.
Mhm.
And on there you'll see my handle, Chris's handle.
Yeah, and that's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is all the same at
Oh,
cavewoman.shorts.
perfect.
Website is technically cavewoman.shorts or cavewoman shorts without the dot.
Just go watch it. It's
Go
amazing.
find them, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Thank you.
and let us know what you think of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
Congrats
Thank you so
again.
much,
Thank
guys.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun.
Yay.